Welcome back to the Auto Obsessive Garage. Chadwick with you again for another installment of the Auto Experience series. And can you tell we're on coilovers? Because I can. This is our in-depth review series featuring subjective and objective tests. Whole bunch of good stuff coming up. It's not just me sitting in the car talking about it. Here's what's coming up. Yeah, she's an odd one, and she's a fun one. Today's car is a 1993 Nissan NX2000. And yeah, it's not a super popular car. Not a lot of people know about these things. They were produced in fairly low numbers. There was an NX2000 and an NX1600 available in the States. So based on the displacement, a 1.6 and a 2-liter. Now the NX2000 that we're driving today, oh boy. These corners. That 2.0 is the famous worldwide SR20 engine. You know it, 140 horsepower, 132 pound-feet of torque, and its wonderfully high revving nature makes this car what it is, and it is a blast. You know, same power plant you're finding with the Sentra SCR and the Infiniti G20. Except we're in a little two-door sporty coupe with T-tops, so bonus points to that. And enjoy all the NVH while you can. There's a lot going on in this cabin, so hopefully it's not all coming through the audio. Hopefully you can hear me okay. But I'll tell you what, this thing is absolutely amazing. I've always had a soft spot in my heart for SR20 powered cars, and especially cool, weird ones like the NX. So I'm excited to be driving this today, and I'm excited to bring this car to you guys. But man, this is not a fresh example. We have 184K on the clock. We also have, I'd say middle of the road condition wise. It's not perfect. It's not beat to crap though. It is well maintained. Obviously you guys know how I do this thing. This car did have a project series. Check it out. All the work I did to it to make it what it is today. And it does run well. It runs very well. Yeah, I love these things. There's just something about it. You know, high revving engine, 5-speed manual, limited slip differential, competent brakes, great handling dynamics. Now this one is not stock. I have modified this, and yes, I know I'm the stock resto guy, but man, these things just react as we hop over every little bump in the road. React very well to suspension mods. Now, I haven't touched power. We're stock power levels here, guys. I just wanted to improve on an already great handling package. And again, these are fantastic handling machines from the factory. But what did we do? Adjustable coilovers. So Rev 9 coilovers, not a super expensive coilover, but a good match for this car, a good match for my build budget. Can't go wrong there. I've refreshed every bushing in the suspension and handling component categories, so that's all nice. We've beefed up the rear sway bar, and that allows the rear end to be a little more playful. You can see that rear end coming around a little more. It kind of already did from the factory, but that little bit more makes the car just that much more balanced and absolutely lovely to carve pinions. We are very flat. I love it. Didn't even touch the front sway bar. I just wanted that rear to get a little more entertaining, if you will. We've got 200 treadwear tires. You know, my Falcon Zennies that I always throw on my sporty cars, and boy, it's fun. Boy, that wheel hop over some of these corner bumps is a little unnerving, but it's a very short wheelbase car, you know, so it's exciting to drive. Yeah, these are weird. These are weird cars, right? Like, when's the last time you saw an NX2000 cruising down the road? It's just, you will not, if you want an SR20 powered car, and I don't blame you, they're absolutely fantastic, whether it be the aforementioned Sentra SCR or G20, or the NX. I think you go with the NX if you're the weird guy. If you're the, I want to drive a car that no one else has in the parking lot, you know, that's this car. You want to go for the NX. T-tops are cool. If it wasn't hot out, and I still might drop them later, you can pop them off so quick, and it's basically the convertible experience. I love T-tops. I think they're super cool. Yeah, huge fan. Should we look at the market? I don't think there is one. We'll just glaze over. We'll just kind of gloss over that. No, honestly, the prices on these can be anywhere. You can find beaters for 2, 3, 4K. Obviously, nicer ones. Anybody that's had any maintenance done to theirs, or the paint isn't shot, or the interior is still mostly there, maybe 7? I don't know. I don't know where to put that. It's a lot of car for the price for sure. It's just a rarity thing. I think these things were extremely limited. I think they were in very short production numbers. This is a 93, so again, I'm sorry, didn't even cover the years. They, model years ran, God, put an asterisk on the screen if I get it wrong, but 91 to 93. So there weren't that many years of this vehicle available, 93 being the last year, and I think in this electric blue pearl, there were very few of these made. It's so hard to find Nissan production numbers from this period. But it's a rare bird. It's rare anyway, and the fact that it's still going down the road so wonderfully, by the way. We are not pushing. We'll be pushing later. It is so good. It is so fun to drive. Once you tweak the suspension, you get it dialed in. Car is also quarter balanced, so this is quite the weapon up in the canyons. I'm excited to ring it out. So enough of me babbling. On to the objective tests. We've got the NX2000 up on the scales. Let's get that curb weight and front and rear balance. At just over 2,500 pounds, the NX2000 attains a weight that almost all modern cars cannot today. Probably something about safety features, but it is certainly a lightweight car by any standard. That seriously low curb weight puts the NX2000 in league with some very lightweight vehicles. Look at that, nearly matching an early supercharged Mini Cooper S. On full display is the tendency of a front-engine, front-wheel drive vehicle to carry a lot of weight over the front. The NX cannot escape this. With 65 plus change over the front, it is a front-heavy vehicle. And of course, I somehow lost the footage of my instrumented tests. Instead, we went to my backup shoot location, and well, it was under construction, so here you go, NX2000 on loose gravel. That limited slip did some work. With a 0 to 60 rip of 8.29 seconds, our NX2000 has the go power. Now this is pretty good for an SR20 powered car. This is one of the lighter ones, but the non-T-top one probably gains a little speed here with that lower weight. But still, I'm pretty impressed, and you can see it's with some rather fast cars. From the factory, the Nissan NX2000 already provided a competent and dynamic driving experience, even with its front-wheel drive architecture. The handling mods I've added here have only enhanced these attributes without rewriting the car's DNA. Turn-in is very crisp, and rotation is improved upon by way of a thicker rear sway bar. Seriously grippy 200 treadwear Falcon tires up the mechanical grip and allow later braking and earlier jumping on the throttle through the corners. Adding adjustable coilovers and refreshing all bushings has transformed an already capable handler into a very focused canyon carving machine. The sporty coupe NX2000 exterior design is, in one word, interesting. The deeply recessed and center-aligned headlights are pretty divisive amongst critics. I like them, and I see a little hint of retro Camaro in there. The T-top option is fantastic. In the preferred way, I'll take my NX. The rear has hints of Z32-300ZX, a car I definitely love. Overall, this egg-shaped ovoid in electric blue pearl is a fun and unique design to take on. Something like this could only be dreamed up in the 90s, and for that, I love it. Most cars bear some resemblance to other existing vehicles, but the NX2000 stands alone in its own little weird design world. In stark contrast to the NX2000's truly unique exterior design, the interior presents a no-frills, button-down, nearly bare-bones approach. It's basically all Sentra in here. Dash vents, climate control, all of the basic Econobox lineage. That being said, everything still works as intended, and will continue to as the years pile on. Seating is there, but not exceptionally comfortable, nor bolstered. The back seat is a bench in all respects of that term. It also seats two child-sized humanoids, best case scenario. Storage under the rear liftback is quite spacious given the car's dimensions. The NX2000 hosts one of the greatest engines ever forged by the metalsmiths at Nissan, the incredible SR20DE. This 2-liter dual overhead cam 4-cylinder engine churns out 140 horsepower and 132 pound-feet of torque, and spins to a 7,700 RPM fuel cut. This is my favorite sporty car recipe: lightweight, great responsive handling, and a high revving power plant. It's impossible not to have fun once you mix all three of these ingredients together. Power pours on smoothly as the tachometer climbs, but it's never abrupt or harsh. The SR20 has always been a smooth operator in my opinion. For the revolutions, it does climb to. This engine's rock-solid reliability and longevity also make it most endearing. Being reliably chain-driven and well-engineered, the SR20 provides hundreds of thousands of miles and decades of fun without any major drawbacks. The 5-speed manual in the NX2000, sadly an automatic was also offered, is the same unit found in both the Sentra SCR and the Infiniti G20 of the same vintage. It's a great little gearbox that is capable of harnessing the SR20's high-spinning nature. Throws are a little on the longer side, standard fare for this era really, but slot in with good precision. The cable-operated clutch pedal provides consistent pedal feel and a clearly delineated clutch grab and release point. This gearbox is fairly robust, which is always an added benefit. It lacks the precision and feedback of a Honda unit, but I still find it to be a great overall shifting experience and the correct option when securing an NX2000. Is the weirder SR20 choice better? So you're shopping for a high-revving SR20 powered car from the early 90s, and life is great because you actually have options. Disclaimer real quick, I love and have owned all three of these cars that I'm about to detail. You can always go with the cult favorite, the classic V13 Sentra SCR, but maybe that's too pedestrian for you. Well, how about the G20 with its incredible double wishbone front suspension? Maybe that's got too many doors and is a little too refined for your wild nature. Well, let me introduce you to the Nissan NX2000, an oddly shaped little sporty coupe that packs all that familiar Nissan enthusiast character that you know and love. You now also have the ability to option T-tops that can be quickly removed to take in gorgeous vistas. You also may favor the experience of owning a truly unique machine, one that you are almost guaranteed not to see another one of in the wild. Yes, the NX2000 leans heavily into the weirder side of exterior design, but it brings a veritable arsenal of driving firepower as well, brilliant handling, and a high-revving power plant is a pairing that will never grow out of favor. The NX2000. Go ahead and take that high-revving, sharp cornering walk on the wild side. You won't be disappointed.